Everyone, Steve here from Big Head Tech, and I do apologize. I actually lost the footage reviewing this particular motherboard. I still have the motherboard, it's in my racing sim, but to be brutally honest, tearing it apart is kind of a pain in the butt. So, without further ado, let me tell you why I downgraded this board and why I'm probably going to keep it for a very long time. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, I have worked with ASrock products for some time. I've used the B450, I had the Tai Chi X570. I've used the Pro 4. I've used a lot of different ASRock boards. Main reason why, now this is not the case nowadays, but if you see down here, you see two RGB and also addressable RGB, and then you also see that up here as well. ASRock was the first company really to actually do that with most of their boards that have multiple places for RGB. And I do a lot of RGB gaming systems, and to play nice across the RGB spectrum is not easy to do if you haven't built a lot of computers in the past. Now, we do see a total of 6 power phases plus 2 at the top. We're going to go over this spreadsheet here. This is the spreadsheet URL, so pause it if you want to find this. This is not mine. This is one I found on Reddit. And you can see here, we are running a 6 plus 2 with a doubler. So the doubler is the UP1961S. So that's the doubler right there. And the high side, this is very common for ASRock to run the SM4337, and the low side, the SM4336. That is something they've run for some time. They are running gigabit LAN, and then the audio solution is the ALC1220, so that's very popular in their products as well. I will say this, one thing I will note is if the Steel Legend is not much more expensive, it definitely is really solid. So it's running a stronger power phase. I think this is the same one as the Tai Chi. Well, it's the same one as the Tai Chi up here. The same doubler as well, but you're running 2.5 gigabits per second, same audio solution. So, you know, if this is within like 20 bucks, I would say go for it. I don't think it is, but if it is, I would say it definitely could be, you know, for consideration. Now, as I kind of mentioned in the intro here, we have addressable and non-addressable RGB slots up there, and then same down here. So you have a lot of options. Across the bottom, you have your HD audio, you have 2 fan headers, 2 USB 2, an open USB 3, that's not the one that is occupied, another fan header in the front panel. Then you have 6 SATA 3, 6 gigabits per second. Then you have a USB 3, your 24 pin. Then you have across here, you have more fans, and you have a fan there as well. It is important to note that that is a Wi-Fi M.2 right there. Under this cover is a regular M.2, and you have a full-size M.2 down here as well. So the cool thing is we're actually going to turn this to the side here. So you can actually run the wireless card. Let me right across here, which is neat. But you have your combo port with your USB 3, VGA and HDMI. I wish VGA would just go away. More USB. You have, I guess, another 3.1, 3.2 USB Type-C, 7.1 surround. So really good I/O. My Aorus Elite does not have USB-C in the rear, which is quite frustrating. You know, so that was definitely one of the main factors as well. But just one of the things I really like about ASRock is their addressable RGB system. So nowadays, most of the software is caught up. In the early days, their polychrome seemed to be the most stable. One thing I don't like about this board is having an 8 and a 4 just makes no sense. Really, it's a waste of space. They probably could have trimmed off a couple dollars by getting rid of that. But the Vrm Cooling itself isn't too bad. So you have, yeah, it's a big piece of metal, but it's not super thick. It's not blocking out the rear. So you'll see that a lot where this entire section down here in the middle is all metal, and there's really nowhere for the air to go. So I would say this would be fine with like a 3900X, even maybe a 3950X. Probably not going to hit record overclocks, but if you're just going to run some precision boost, I would say it's okay, especially if you have a rear exhaust fan. You could definitely get away with something this budget if you're trying to maximize what you're looking for. So that's pretty much it. Just a really quick overview of the board, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Definitely going to be using it going forward. It's already in my system. It's running perfectly fine. This is, in my opinion, I wouldn't go any higher than this for a B550 board unless you want like the 2.5 gigabit per second LAN, or if there's certain features on higher end boards you need. But even so, looking at some of the $150, $170 B550 boards, there's a lot out there. It almost makes X570 irrelevant in some cases. If you want to buy this board or any other boards, link in the description below. Do know I do get a small commission for that, so keep that in mind. If you like the video, definitely the like button. Dislike, fine, hit the dislike button. Leave a comment, get subscribed. And as always, this is Steve from Big Head Tech, and I'll see you later on down the road.